20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Right to the air to open this one up. That one, taken in. That's Teteroa McMillan. Oh, yeah. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. A big play right out of the gate on the first play. It's a gain of 34.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
Awkward-looking tackle there. Upended at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. No. What? Here's Jackson. He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Baltimore. They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play.
A gain of 2.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Jackson moving to his right. Now he takes off. Oh, the ball is out. And the Cowboys are going to come away with the football.
And that's just got to be a really deflating way to start this game, Mike. I mean, you work on this opening script all week long with the expectation that you're going to start fast, and then you come out early, careless with the ball. They knock it loose and create the early takeaway.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Here's the rookie running back out of Miami. And all it takes a little bit of snow to make things slippery out here. He'll get forward for only a yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. Here's Stroud. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. And it'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry.
Number 22, Derrick Henry, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So, from the 37, here's second down and 2. Play action now. Jackson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Now a third and 2. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll air one out. He lays out and makes a spectacular catch. Now it is first and goal. On the give, here's Henry. And he will kick this one across into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. The PAT, up and good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead.
Cowboys nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On second down, Stroud. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
A gain there of 15. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Stroud to throw here on first down. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. They send the tight end in motion. A second down throw for Stroud. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Here's Brian Anger now. And John to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Made at the 36-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. We are through one. 7-0 is our score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. We're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
3rd down and 9.
No, we changed it.
Jackson now. He's going to take a shot down the field. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. They'll send a man in motion left. They'll go play action with Stroud. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I could promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They just desperately need to get something positive going here, Mike. It just feels like they're a play away from really jump-starting everything they've talked about being good at throughout the course of the week's prep. And it's really been the inability to sustain drives. So critical 3rd downs, better on 1st and 2nd. Somewhere it's got to pop, and somebody's got to make a play.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
South.
On fourth down, Stroud. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on fourth down.
That's almost unfair. I mean, fourth and a mile. You got nowhere to go with the ball, and the quarterback's able to just tuck it down and pick it up with his legs. There's just not a lot of guys in the league that can make that play, and you can see a lot of those defenders hanging their heads saying, we know we just gave him one.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Now give on the ground. Open space to the 35. A terrific run there. All the way down to the 30-yard line. A gain there of 20. First down, Cowboys. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. He's got a man, it's CeeDee Lamb. And he'll take this one in. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. No problem there on the extra point. Cowboys will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. He'll grab it at the 12. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10, Jackson. Open man is Horn. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one. Set to go now on first and 10. Going to go right back to Henry. Yeah. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Forced out wide. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
He's got a man. That's McMillan. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
At the 22-yard line.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. They'll go right back to McMillan. Complete. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Second down, 8 yards to go. the pistol. Jackson ready. To the goal line and in. Jim DK. Touchdown, Baltimore.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. And when you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield, it doesn't get a lot better than this. And his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. On first down, it's Stroud. One to his right. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
On the quick, right?
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. Stroud going to set up to throw. Rolling right. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
Play action. Here's Jackson. That's into the hands of the fullback. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. 15 yards through the air. First down, Baltimore.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Down at the 12. It's first and 10. They'll run it with Henry. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's another Baltimore first down.
Jackson looking to throw. Moving outside. That is hot. What a job on the scramble. Jim DK. Touchdown Ravens. Second touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 of the year. Luke now for the extra point. These kicks not a given in the snow, but this one is good. And the Ravens will take a 21-7 lead.
Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right.
Stroud to throw here on first and 10. He runs with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
So, from the 36, it is first and 10. Stroud to throw. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll bring up second down.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
On play action. Stroud. Thrown left side. The catch is made. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Third down, they need 5. Here's Stroud. That's complete to Cavante Turpin. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
First and 10 now from the 36. And in motion is Coleman. On first and 10, here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here comes a return from the 5. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. From the 23, this is second and 3. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. It'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Cowboy first down.
Stroud. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get them the ball.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Here we go. 19. That's right.
Now, Stroud. A pass caught right side by Coleman. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of 18.
18 yards on the connection. That's good for a Dallas first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First
On the
down,
quick, right?
Cowboys.
Nice attack. Hey, foul.
Here's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Out of the gun, a give to Blue. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. To throw is Stroud. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Makes things difficult defensively. And it sets up fourth down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. That's taken in. And he's going to pick up the Cowboys' first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Nice attack.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And that's going to run out of steam. It comes up short. No good. And they do not cut into the deficit.
I can tell you firsthand, Mike, snowy conditions are tough for everybody, but they can be especially tough on the kickers. You just can't practice this. There's nothing you can do to simulate the plant foot, the ground. In this case, it winds up no good.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Play action now. Jackson. This pass is caught by Cade Otton. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for Baltimore. 38 yards.
First and 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, it's Henry. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have first and goal. Henry, and this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
A loss of 3.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Second down, Jackson. He's got his big tight end. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Baltimore. On is Luke to add the extra point. He's got it, and the Ravens will extend this third-quarter lead.
Cowboys 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he will get touchdown short, shy of the 20-yard line.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Stroud to throw here on first down. That is intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with first and goal.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Off the play fake. Jackson. Flush to his right. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Cade Otton. Touchdown, Ravens. The extra point is up and through. And the Ravens are able to extend the lead.
Cowboys 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for
Now,
Baltimore.
after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And look out there. Upended at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down. Stroud forced to his right. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. Third down, will try to get it on the ground, and that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is fourth down.
It's fourth down.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. And the rush is going to get there. He goes down. They were taking a big risk going for it from their own territory. It does not pay off. And it's a turnover on down.
Under 10, 10.
Fourth quarter underway, and here's Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Jackson now on second down. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got it at about the 8. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jim DK. Touchdown, Baltimore. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year.
Next to score, Ravens 42, Cowboys 7. Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 15. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
The drive starts with a carry by Blue. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 27-yard line.
On second down, Stroud. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Brenton Simpson. He's able to force the big loss on the sack. And it sets up 3rd and long.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss. It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down, or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Now he'll work his way out right. Looking downfield for Coleman. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Jim DK. Touchdown, Ravens. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. The kick is good. However, there is a penalty flag down. The defense might have gotten a head start.
Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. And no no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Ready? Cowboys!
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, a loose football. One of the Ravens has it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
Open space inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The extra point is good. And the Ravens will add one more onto their big lead.
Cowboys 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready? Panther 11, ready?
They're going to put a man in motion to the right.
70.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Now!
Cowboys first down.
Lightning 18!
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Perfect! Go!
Now, faking the give. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
So, from 3rd and 2, back them up to 3rd and 7.
Buffalo 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now they'll set up to throw. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll be taken down. A huge play for Dallas. 41 yards.
First and goal, Dallas.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal.
Let's go. Ready, ready. Hut. Bronco 80.
He'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas.
Ready up.
Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This will pay off with a touchdown, right?
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
So time here for the onside kick just in front of the 2-minute warning. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Here late in the fourth quarter, Mike, you got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
On the ground, here's Henry. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll go again here with Henry. Finds an alley to the 35. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And all it takes a little bit of snow to make things slippery out here. He'll get forward for only a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8. They'll run. It's Henry. Awkward-looking tackle there. Upended at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
.21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
On the play. It's 4th down.
So it's a win here for the Ravens. They get it done to the delight of this crowd. We saw a snowball or two launched in jubilation as time expired. Now these fans are going to have to battle the roadways. Safe getting home, folks, but sure it was worth it after a home victory.